Lamar got the bag, man. The Ravens, man. Lamar got the bag, man. He is paid. That man got a pocket full of money and nothing but sunshine. They actually went out and spent a little bit more, got him some weapons, got him a little bit of protection, and then that defense. The Ravens defense is probably a top 5 defense in the entire league right now. Almost every season, really. I think they're the scary team to look at when you're the Bengals. It's just how long can they last? I think they got a lot of good weapons. You got, J.K. Dobbins, you got a Mark Andrews, and like I said, OBJ, and they got Rashad Bateman. But we'll see how it comes out. If Lamar can throw it to him, or if he's just going to run it the whole time.
Yeah, I think you're right, though. You hit the nail on the head with this defense. This defense is going to be super good. Top 5 in the NFL again. The run stopping took a little bit of a hit with Calais Campbell gone. And then also, I'm very interested to see what they do at corner now. Marcus Peters no longer with them. But overall, that defense is going to be really tough to move the ball against again. Dangerous against the pass because that pass rush is just scary. But yeah, the offensive side, like they finally got Lamar some receivers. It's about time.
Right.
Like, seriously. I mean, you cannot just last year, I cannot believe they thought they could just try out Rashad Bateman and a bunch of randos and think it was going to work. How did they think that was going to work? So anyways, yeah, getting Zay Flowers in the draft, OBJ. We'll see how healthy OBJ is, obviously coming off the injury and everything. How much he has left in the tank at this point, because he's torn his ACL twice now. That's pretty rough on a receiver. And then what happens at running back? J.K. Dobbins has been holding out. He's clearly not happy with something.
I think he's the man, though, right?
Yeah.
He's on the PUP list, so that he's not getting fined or anything. But yeah, he definitely deserves his share of the cut.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Because, right now, he's their main guy. If he's not there, then all they got is Gus the Buff Edwards and freaking washed up Melvin Gordon, which, obviously, Melvin Gordon was obviously very key to the Chiefs Super Bowl run this past year. Obviously, being sarcastic there, but
yeah.
The big thing is going to be health. Now, the strength coach, which they absolutely roasted during those NFL interviews that came out this offseason, he's no longer with them. A lot of players said that they got overworked by him, and that's why when the season came around, they all kept getting hurt. So we'll see if that finally helps them, because they've been having terrible luck of injuries the last few years. Usually by the end of the year, they have hardly anyone left. So and that's why they faded late, but we'll see how that goes. And then, Lamar's health too. If he feels like he can't do what he normally does, he will sit out a game. He's not like Mahomes or Burrow, where they're going to be sitting in there stubbornly until the very end.
Right.
Lamar doesn't think he could do his normal thing. He usually sits out. But so yeah, we'll see. That's a big key for them is health this year. Matt?
So the offense definitely improved over last year. Lamar Jackson got his bag. They got some receivers. The only thing is, Lamar Jackson said that he's going to throw for 6,000 yards this season. I don't see that happening.
Would love to see it happen.
OBJ at this point doesn't really impress me that much. He sat out all of last year. It remains to be seen what he's going to be this season, because there's no way that he can be the same OBJ that he was previously. Lamar Jackson is going to come down to his accuracy also. So even if OBJ can be the same OBJ as years past, Lamar Jackson's got to be super accurate downfield. He could run for 3,000 yards, 2,000 yards. He could pass for another 3,000 yards. But he's got to stay healthy. He's got to be accurate. And if he wants to throw for 6,000 yards, he's probably not going to be scrambling a whole lot. But fun fact, his injuries actually came inside the pocket, not when he was scrambling. So something to keep an eye on. They are contenders. Like, at the end of the day, if you look at their roster, they're right behind the Bengals. Like a half, like they're like I think, a half a win projection behind where the Bengals are projected. They actually should be in Super Bowl conversations.
Yeah, I mean, you
Just
think about it, like just the last few years, a fully healthy Ravens team at the start of the year, they've been at the top of the AFC, and then as the year goes on, they get more injured and fade.
Yeah. The only thing is corners. Rock Ya-Sin is not Marcus Peters. And then they just get thinner and thinner from there. They do still have Marlon Humphrey, but he's kind of getting up there in
Yeah.
age too. So he's gonna slow down here within the next few years. But still really good safeties, really good linebackers, really good pass rush. Um, they're not gonna be relying on coverage sacks, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's for sure. And Rock
And the best kicker in
Ya-Sin,
the game.
oh yes, can't forget about Justin Tucker. I
They
mean,
just
he's
have to
gonna,
get to the 50 and the guy will give them
yeah,
points.
he's automatic. Like he actually is a weapon.
Yeah.
Like the first time they faced the Bengals this past year, like they pretty much got the ball with like 5 minutes left and knew they could just slowly march down the field and win the game because they had Justin Tucker. But yeah, Rock Ya-Sin, you mentioned him too. He's also very injury prone. He's yet to make it a full NFL season. He's already hurt this preseason. So corner, I think, is the biggest concern of the defense for sure.
Yeah.